Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to the intern calls JavaScript Bootcamp for 10 days. So, before jumping into the syllabus and the type of content we are going to discuss, let's understand what this intern call company is actually about and what are we offering you in this bootcamp. Coming to this, intern call is your gateway to elevating skills and advancing in your career. We have different courses in data structures algorithms, courses in machine learning, full stack web development, front end web development, as well as individual courses in the form of JavaScript, HTML, CSS as well. So coming to the point of this JavaScript bootcamp, I will be training you in this course of 10 days with where we'll be building different types of projects as well. So intern call company has different trainers from across India who are currently working in top MNCs like Google as well. They have been trained and studied in colleges like IIT Kharagpur, etc. So coming to this JavaScript bootcamp, I will be training you with this JavaScript. Hello, this is Adnan Ali, a full stack web developer and mentor who is working with intern call since a couple of months. My role in this will be to train you and to make you capable to build projects using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But the core point of this is we'll be focusing on JavaScript more. Okay, I do have experience of working with different technologies like web development, machine learning, and IoT as well. And I'm skilled and have experience of building cross-domain applications. Example, I have built some ML models, and for this I have used the front-end UI using web development and integrated them both. So in this way, you can also build cross-domain applications even if you're from the background of machine learning, CSE, machine learning, CSE, AI. By learning this front-end web development course with JavaScript, maybe you will be capable of enough to host this by using cross-domain applications is what I have to tell. So adnanali.info is my portfolio website where I have hosted a few projects, my skills and certifications. You can definitely go through this in your free time. Also, I create some digital content online on Instagram on the domain name of @aspire with Adnan, where we'll be learning about different DSA problems with Python, some courses on JavaScript, and also I'll be providing a few resources as well. If in case you are interested, you can follow me there as well. It's totally up to you. So coming to this JavaScript bootcamp, it totally has 9 modules. Focus on this, we have 9 modules. When we pushed the links of this in our community group, many people came to me asking, I do not have experience in coding. I don't know different languages like Python, Java. Will I be able to learn this JavaScript? My answer was yes. Definitely yes. Because in this course of JavaScript bootcamp for these 10 days, we'll be going from very basic concepts of JavaScript. And before going to JavaScript, we'll understand what is programming and coding at first place. Because if you do not know some fundamental concepts, it will be very hard for you to learn any programming language. So for this course, as we are focusing on JavaScript, but still we'll be learning different flowcharts and algorithms. Because understanding the basic programming concepts helps you build logic whenever you start building industry level applications as well. These fundamentals definitely will help you. Okay, talking about the modules, the syllabus of this 10 days JavaScript bootcamp is first of all, module 1 is Introduction to Programming and Coding. Very basic, understanding the programming concepts, importance of algorithms, what is syntax and the structure of a program, how to define the structure, the flow of the program, and also we'll be seeing the installation of VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code, which is developed by Microsoft, which helps you write the code and gives a runtime environment. Even how to install that software and run your JavaScript programs, we'll also discuss that in module 1. Coming to module 2, here we are diving into JavaScript. Once you understand what is programming and coding, now we'll see the fundamental concepts of JavaScript. Do not worry, we'll not hurry up. We'll go slowly with this everything. First of all, introduction to JavaScript, why you have to learn JavaScript. As you may know that more than 90% of the websites use JavaScript directly or indirectly in front end or back end of their applications. What do I mean by this statement 90%? I hope you are well known about these stacks called as MERN stack, mean stack, etc. Right? Before HTML, CSS, JavaScript integrated with MySQL and PHP. After this, a new stacks came into picture like MERN and mean. MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, Node.js. In MERN, M stands for MongoDB, E stands for Express.js, R for React, and N for Node.js. Here, if you focus on last three, Express.js, Node.js, React.js, all of these three are frameworks which use JavaScript. So understood the importance of this JavaScript in this new tech world. Do not worry, we'll not go into a rush or hurry. Let's understand things one by one. Coming to the syllabus part back again. The second module is fundamentals of JavaScript. Here we'll discuss the introduction to JavaScript, variables and data types. What is variable? Storing something. What are different data types like int, string, boolean, truthy, falsy, and many more. How to declare variables. In JavaScript, there are three ways of declaring variables: let, const, var. Some can be redeclared, some can be revalued, and everything. I'll not get into technical terms as of now. For now, just focus on the syllabus. If you want, you can take the screenshot of the syllabus, or I'll suggest you to maintain a separate notes for this course and write down all the topics one by one. After this, we'll start working with some strings and numbers. We'll understand some operations on these strings and numbers in JavaScript by running some practical codes. After this, we'll come into operators in JavaScript. What is operator? Addition, subtraction, multiplication are nothing but operators. There are different types of operators in any programming language: assignment operators, comparison operators, arithmetic operators, bitwise, logical, and lots more. Don't worry, we'll go one by one with everything. Let's go slowly. Coming to the module 3. Module 3 is where some core concepts of JavaScript start. Conditional statements like if else, else statements, and switch case statements, etc. come in the control flow in JavaScript. Also, next, coming to the loop, iterative part, for loop, while loop, different for each loop, etc. We'll discuss this one by one in the module 3 of JavaScript. Clear? Let's jump on to the next slide. Module 4. In any programming language, to make your code reusable and more readable, you have to use functions. Functions is nothing but using codes in the form of small modules. Clear? Sorry, I was getting a few notifications. That's why I turned them off. Okay. Coming to the concept of functions, code reusability. Dividing your code into small reusable things is called as functions. Functions concepts is very important in JavaScript. Mark it as a 5-star thing. 5-star. Very important. There are different ways of declaring functions in JavaScript. All of those we'll discuss in the sessions, like anonymous functions, callback functions, normal functions, arrow functions, and many more. And each of them have different scope and closure. All of this we'll be discussing in the 4th module of JavaScript. Very clear? Let's jump on to the next one. Module 5. Module 5. Here, inbuilt data structures. Now we have understood if-else conditions, loops, and functions. Now to understand and reuse them in concepts, we'll be using data structures like arrays and objects. Previously, if you do have experience of working with Python or Java, this will be very simple for you. The same thing, the same syntaxes with JavaScript as well. Array is nothing but collection of different things, numbers or strings. Objects is nothing but key value pair. In Python it is called as dictionary. In Java it is called as hash map. Very clear. So we'll be discussing some types of operations and methods on arrays as well as some methods and operations on objects as well. So until module 5, you will be clear with if-else conditions, loops, objects and data structures, that is objects and arrays, and then some fundamental concepts of programming and JavaScript. Very clear? Okay. I hope we can jump on to the next slides as of now. Let's go to module 6. Yes, now coming to the point of module 6, right? Module 6 is OOPS, Object Oriented Programming. I hope if you are from the background of CSE or any other branch, you may be learning this in the semesters or in your coming semesters. Object oriented programming is very important in the software development industry. We'll understand what are different classes and objects. What is a class actually? A blueprint of something or following something. Type of data it has to be stored, types of operations it has to perform, everything is written inside a class. Object is nothing but runtime entity of a class. Example, car. Car has 4 wheels, 1 steering, one windshield, five-seater, six-seater, etc. All of these are some imaginary concepts which is considered as one car. But for that car to run on road, you have to build that car, right? That building of the car is nothing but objects. You're creating a runtime entity of the class is object. Do not worry, if this example is hard, we'll take a real world simple example of human beings and understand what this object oriented programming actually is. Coming to pillars of OOPS. For applying the concepts of classes and objects, there are mainly four things which you have to use: polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction. What are these? I won't discuss as of now. For the people who come from non-technical background, maybe it would be hard for them to understand these concepts. So let's leave it for the sessions. Clear? This keyword to access the values inside the class or to make some updates or changes, we use this keyword. In Python, you use self keyword. In Java as well, you use this keyword. One more very funny thing. Recently, when this course was announced, a few members asked who come from non-technical background, what is the difference between Java and JavaScript? For the people who have this doubt, okay, it is very common to have this doubt of Java and JavaScript. When I was in my BTech's first year and second year, even I used to think that both of these are one and the same, and JavaScript is the concept of Java. No, these are two different horizons. Java is a programming language which is used in different domains like app development for backend purposes and many other cases. But JavaScript is totally different. JavaScript is an interpreter language, whereas Java is a compiler language. These two are two different horizons. Do not worry, we'll learn about this in the sessions. We'll also understand what is a compiler, what is an interpreter. While learning in the module 1 very basic concepts, we'll understand this interpreter and compiler and how does this work and how different programming languages fall in either of these two. Very clear? I hope module 6 you have taken a screenshot of this. If not, what I was telling is in the entire these sessions, I would suggest you to take a screenshot of all these different 8-9 modules or make a note of it as we can follow through the entire syllabus one by one. And if we miss any topics in this case, you can suggest me and we'll redefine and restructure all of these once again and learn about those concepts. Clear? Coming to module 7. Here, some intermediate level of JavaScript comes into picture. Those who have idea about JavaScript and have worked on the projects previously knows the importance of this asynchronous JavaScript. Asynchronous JavaScript is used to add multitasking, multiprocessing functionality to your website. Clear? Let me explain you briefly about each of these individually. Just a minute. So these are different concepts which we are going to discuss in asynchronous JavaScript. Set timeout, set interval, promises, async await, event listener, fetch API. Sorry, it has to be fetch API, not AP. I'll change it later on. No issues. Okay. Set timeout uses some callback function or runs the program after a certain 1 second, 2 seconds of delay. Promises. To retrieve some data, it may be possible that you do not import the data at certain point of time. This, what does this do is it stops the execution of your program. The line of code which is written below that line of code which is waiting for some response is okay. Let's not get into technical terms. Okay, if I tell it on the first session, I guess you will be scratching your heads and would be thinking, okay, what is this? Everything is running so fast. Okay, let's leave this for the sessions. Do not worry, we'll take real world examples, very easy, simple examples. If possible, we'll try integrating some memes, real world memes to make it funny and easily understandable. No issues. Let's jump out to the module 8 as of now. Module 8, right? What happened to this? Just a second, let me check. Sorry, there was a small issue. Okay, module 8. Module 8 is also one of the important concept of applications of JavaScript. When you start doing projects, this DOM, document object model, is very important. You use this concept itself to manipulate things, to change the HTML, to change the CSS. You use this DOM. So first of all, in this 8th module, that is regarding the concept wise, this may be the last module, and after this we'll start working on different projects. First one is introduction to DOM. Also, similar to OOPS, there are some fundamental concepts in DOM as well. DOM, document object model. Object. If you focus on this word object, it is the inbuilt data structure, right? Okay, let's not get into technical details again. In the first session, do not worry. It is only the first session. For the beginners who do not know what is JavaScript at first place, we'll go one by one with real world examples. Okay, first of all, four pillars of document object model manipulation is selecting an element. You create different tags in HTML, right? To select particular tag, that is h1 tag, anchor tag, or if you create the classes and IDs, you can catch using different selectors, etc. And to change the HTML content. For example, I'm building the app of temperature converter. I take the input of degrees in Celsius and I want to print in the degree of Fahrenheit. So in this, I have to take the input using form and then print in the text box. That is, I'm manipulating the HTML. Here, changing HTML comes into picture. Coming to the changing CSS. For example, if I click on the dark mode, best example of this is day mode, light mode and dark mode. In your mobile phones, you have different dark mode. Like if you click on the dark mode, everything changes from white to black and the text from black becomes white. So this is changing of styling. For example, this is white, everything is white. If I click on some button called dark mode, everything will be converted into dark, that is black, and this content of document object model which is written in the black color will be changed into white color by just clicking on some button. This is called as changing CSS. All of these concepts of changing in the front end in JavaScript is used and done using this document object model only. Done? Yeah, event listeners. It is the concept, a continuation of concept with asynchronous JavaScript. You'll understand this in sessions. Do not worry. Do not be in a hurry. That will be very easy and simple if we take the real world examples and understand it one by one. Very clear? Coming to the module 9. Module 9. For this, you all have been waiting for, I know. After completion of these basic theoretical concepts, applying this into a practical solution is very important. So at intern call, we focus on real world project building. Until and unless you take a book, write the fundamental theoretical concepts and take the laptop and practice. Until and unless you practice something, nothing goes in here. It will be just like watching a movie, discussing something with your friends and closing and sleeping. No, that's not the case. To learn any technical language, to learn any technology, practice, practice, practice. Practice is the mantra. Theoretical concepts anyone can learn, theoretical concepts anyone can explain. But until and unless you take your laptop, work on your projects by yourself, you won't be able to learn anything. Okay? So the primary focus will be on working on real-time projects. As of now, we have thought of the three projects using JavaScript, that is Instagram add friend replica, that is duplicating the Instagram add friend button option, using DOM, that is a document object manipulation. Using the concepts of this, we'll be understanding how to add friend and how to remove friend. I will be showing you the output of this thing in a few minutes. Please wait for it. After this, we'll discussing weather app. Weather app in the sense, if I give the location of Hyderabad, India, it gives me the exact temperature and what is the weather in it. It is cloudy or sunny of that exact thing based on the search, whichever thing I search. For this, we'll use the concept of APIs, application programmable interfaces. Also, we'll build everything from scratch. Do not worry. Or also, if possible, after the end of course and when you practice, we'll also provide you with the source code so that you can take the reference of it. Okay, let's jump on to the next things. Yes, after discussing about this weather app using APIs and JavaScript, now let's see what is temperature converter app. For example, I'm giving 50 degrees as input and I want to convert that into Fahrenheit. Then I will apply some logical formula in JavaScript and then it converts 50 into 112, something like this, based on the formula whichever we give. So these are some three projects. These are very simple projects, very simple projects using the concept of logic building in JavaScript as well as DOM, document object model, and also how to handle APIs to use event handling that we can learn in weather app. So shall we see the output of all of these three, how this works? Excited? Because what we tried is we tried to make the front end UI as simple as possible, because those who do not know what HTML CSS is actually about and how to use these things, so for them this UI can be very easy to build, adding some background color of black and creating one card to make it in the center of the web page. Okay, we'll just walk through this entirely because we cannot learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all of these three in this 10 days. We'll be focusing on core logic building and applying logics in JavaScript. I'll just walk you through some basic fundamentals of HTML and CSS if possible. Clear? Let's see the output of these three individually. First one, let's see Instagram add friend button replica. Let's see the output and I'll explain the logic how. Okay, great. As you can see here, the background color we have added is some black. Okay, then we have added one card in between with some image, text, and as of now, he's not my friend. He's a stranger. Now I want to make him as friend. I'll just click on the button, add friend. Now what happened? It has automatically become into friends. Here, the DOM manipulation concept comes into picture. Now, for example, I forgot it. I forgot that I followed him long back and now I want to remove his as a friend. So I'll just click on the remove friend button and automatically he became a stranger back again. So if you see, the same button is add friend as well as remove friend. The same button is actually acting as both. Add friend makes it as friends, remove friend makes it as remove friend. The CSS HTML concept, it is hard for us to discuss everything. We'll just walk you through the code of HTML and CSS, and then after, when you get some clear understanding about event handling and DOM manipulation, then you can easily make the logic of it. Do not worry, we'll discuss this in detail, how to create the logic of add friend button to make it remove friend. And if you click on remove friend, automatically that the HTML content of stranger and friends is changing based on the state of our button. We'll discuss this in the project session. Do not worry about this. Clear? Let's jump on to the next project, that is weather app. Yeah, this one is weather app. It's very simple as of now. We have just created one card, added some search button. Here you will give the location of whose temperature you want to check. What is the time is there? What is the temperature? What is the humidity? What is the condition? Here we are using weather API. Weather API we are using to fetch the weather from online Google resources. We'll also learn this comes under event handling. Clear? Here is where the asynchronous JavaScript comes into picture. Clear? Great. Now I want to see the weather of Hyderabad, India. Hyderabad is a city located in Telangana, India. I'm just clicking on search. See, automatically it showed that Hyderabad, India, 28 degrees temperature, the humidity is 51%, the wind speed is so and so. Now I want to see the location of Australia, Sydney. Let's say Sydney in Australia. Clear? Search. See, there the temperature is 23 degrees, it is clear sky, the wind speed is so and so. So by sitting at my home, I'm able to access the temperature which is present in Australia, Hyderabad, Delhi, Bangalore, or name any city, because we are searching this online and getting the data and printing in our web page. So we are able to access everything. So the core concepts which we use here are event handling and asynchronous JavaScript. I hope it is very clear. Let's see Delhi, India. See, it is not same for all. As you can see, it is searching online in real time and getting the data in real time and showcasing in the form of some icons, some image, some time, etc. Very, very clear. I hope. Let's jump on to the next project if you are okay with this. Done. Yeah, this one as well. A simple project which shows what is the current time as of now and what is the date while I'm recording this video. Okay. So now it is two things. One is time and temp. I have named this project as time and temp. There are two things. One, this card shows the time and date as of now. And then this is the temperature converter. Temperature converter is something where we are going to enter some value. For example, I'm entering the form of Celsius. I'm entering as Celsius and I want to convert it into Fahrenheit. I'll just click on convert. Then it is 120 to Fahrenheit. Clear? Now if I make it as 100 and make it as Kelvin or something, convert, it is something large value because it is based on the formula whichever we give. There are you get three different values for each of the temperature based on the formula which you calculate. We'll discuss about this as well in the project. Here again we are using DOM, document object model. We are taking input in the form of form and we are converting and to change the text here, that is DOM changing HTML. I hope this is clear. These are the three projects. which we are trying to do in this course of time of 3 days of bootcamp, sorry. In this case of bootcamp, if possible, we'll discuss the front end creation using Bootstrap. If you find making this hard, we can directly copy paste some code snippets from Bootstrap. Bootstrap is nothing but a framework of front end where you can copy paste the code snippets to build the websites in the way you want. Good. Now let's jump back to the slides. So these are the 9 modules in which our JavaScript bootcamps gets completed. But don't worry, this is not everything. There's also one surprise for you all. What is it? Are you excited to know? Yeah, a bonus session on LinkedIn and GitHub. For you to get into IT industry and have build good professional connections, you all know how much important LinkedIn actually is. LinkedIn is a social media platform for professionals. It is similar to Instagram, but where you can connect with the companies, HRs, potential employees, apply for the companies, and much more. LinkedIn is very, very important for you as an individual to grow in this professional IT world. Okay. Next, GitHub. Wondering what is this GitHub? GitHub is open source cloud platform where you can host your websites, where you can dump your source codes. If you want to access it anytime, you can directly go to your repositories, access those codes, share the codes with your friends, work on a single project. Multiple people can work on a single project using GitHub. So do not worry, in this JavaScript bootcamp, we just won't focus on JavaScript, but overall development of you to learn new things, to excel in new things. I think that's it for this session. I suggest you to follow our page, Instagram page and LinkedIn handle. I hope you have all done previously as well while filling the form. That's for your bonus and it is totally up to you. And if you want to connect with me personally, you can follow me on my Instagram handle, that is at the rate aspire with Adnan. If possible, I'll be sharing you the link as well. But most importantly, follow intern call for more placement details. We'll be sharing the most coming companies which are hiring as of now for certain packages, for certain experience level, what you have to learn. Apart from these technical things, you'll also learn more at intern call. So all the very best for you in this bootcamp. See you tomorrow and we'll discuss about the basic fundamentals of understanding programming and coding. Great. Have a nice day.